everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to be back doing what I love, connecting with people, connecting with survivors, especially on this platform. I know that I've been gone for a minute, but I'm going to give you guys a little update of why Anna has been missing. I recently moved to Georgia, Guyton, Georgia to be exact, and this is a very lovely town, population 2,000. I freaking love it over here, okay? It's barely any traffic. Whenever I go to the doctors, I'm in and out. There's no ghetto people. I don't miss Florida at all. I loved the time that I spent in Florida, Riverview, Florida to be exact, but I am so happy to be in Guyton, Georgia. Okay, thank you very much. I absolutely love this town. It has helped with my illness. It has helped with my peace. Just overall, can't you tell? Can't you tell? I am way happier and more at peace in my little town. I made the best decision. So I'm sorry that I took a while to get back to you guys, but I'm back and I'm super happy to be here with you guys. So mwah, kisses. And I want to welcome everyone who's new here. Hi. This is your bipolar and probably your most inconsistent YouTuber, but I'm trying to change that, okay? Because I'm in a different space now. So I've got the peace that I need in order to work the way that I want to work, okay? So let's get started on this mini survival guide that I came up with because, as many of you who have been following me for a while know, I struggle with Sjogren's, and Sjogren's has really hit me hard. The last 6 months or so have been the freaking hardest because of the triggers, the stress, and the moving, all of these things that I'm going to discuss within this little survival guide, which are things that I have had to learn, a lot of them the hard way, so that I can deal with my new life. It's a brand new life. It's a difficult life, okay? Life after narcissistic abuse, period, is difficult. But when you add an illness on top of that, it's even much more so, okay? But life is not over. We can still be happy and joyful and be a new version of ourselves, which is what I always say. It's a new version, okay? I love it. I love this new me. Okay, so the first tip that I have for you guys that is going to help you is to write everything down. One of my biggest issues with my illness is the brain fog that comes with it. I had brain fog before, probably a year or two before I was actually diagnosed. But now it's gotten even worse, okay? So what do? I write down my topics for YouTube in this little pad. I write down my bill tracker, everything that I need to write down so I can track my bills. I have a today pad so I can write everything that I need to do, my little list for the day. I have my calendar for the month. So I have a lot of pads and notebooks so that I can hold myself accountable for the things that I need to do. Because if I just believe that I'm going to remember all of these things, I'm not going to remember, okay? It's just not going to happen. So the things that matter to me, that I need to get done for the day, I write it down. Things that I need to do for the week, I write it down. So that I want to do for the month, I write it down. If I don't want to fall off track with my finances, I gotta keep that bill tracker so that I get things done. Okay, not only get them done, but be successful with the things that I need to do, all right? Write stuff down. That's my first tip for all of you guys who are struggling with an autoimmune disease, with a chronic illness, or even if you haven't been diagnosed as of yet, but you feel like your brain function is not as good as it used to be, writing stuff down is going to help you, okay? That's the first tip. The second tip is to pace yourself. So I know from experience that sometimes when we get that little burst of energy, We want to clean the entire house. We want to do the bathrooms. We want to do the backyards. We want to do laundry. We want to do everything when we feel that energetic burst, that boost. Yes, I'm feeling good. Let me do it all today. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? Superman and Superwoman, let's not do that. Because from experience, when we try to do everything that day or on the weekend or whenever you get to do your stuff, you are going to overwhelm your body. And that day or two that you do all of these things may cause you to spend days in bed. So it's all about preserving our energy, and don't wait until you're super exhausted to give yourself some rest, okay? Sometimes your body will tell you, we've done enough. And when your body lets you know that, you need to sit your booty down, okay? That means you need to take a break. I've learned that now I'm ahead of my body. So now I don't even wait until my body tells me to sit my booty down. Sometimes, like I told you guys, I write down what are the things that I want to get done today. The bathrooms are the most important thing that I need to get done. So sometimes that's what I get done, one thing. Why? Because I need to preserve energy, because I know when my kids come home from school, I need to do homework with them. Before they come home, I gotta cook for them. So there's other things that I also need to do. So I don't wanna be completely depleted by the time they get home. So preserve your energy, pace yourself. Don't wait until you're past your limits to then try to sit down and rest. By then, it's going to be too late and you're going to suffer, okay? So pace yourself, listen to your body. Simplify your life. That's the next tip. Simplify your life. By simplifying your life, you cut down on time and energy, and once again, you can preserve that energy and you can utilize that energy on the things that you love to do, like YouTube, okay? So, how can you simplify your life? For me, I'm going to give you my examples of how I simplified my life. I struggled with my long hair because I have curly hair, right? So for me, when my hair grows a lot, it's a lot of, time that my hair requires a lot of time of, combing out after I wash it. And the longer my hair is, the more time that I have to spend combing it out. Now, if you have straight hair, that's probably not going to be a struggle for you. So, that may not apply for you. But for my girls with curly hair, maybe you may need to. I'm not saying you have to, okay? Because I actually miss my long hair. I'm actually trying to grow it back out. But I'm probably going to try to do more manageable hairstyles. It's all about easy peasy for your, everyday routine. I've also simplified my life by not wearing eyelashes. I used to always have eyelashes on for my videos. And sometimes even when I went out to my appointments or things like that, I don't really wear eyelashes anymore. Why? Because it takes too much time and energy that I don't want to waste, okay? So now I just wear my mascara and that'll do it for me, okay? I've also minimized my makeup routine to keep it as simple as possible because once again, I want to preserve my energy. I've also stopped getting my nails done at the nail salon and I do my own nails now and I love them. I don't know if you guys can see them, it's too close. But I do my own nails now and not only do I save time and energy, but I also save my coins, okay? So, I actually stopped getting them done at the nail shop because I became anemic. So my nails became super, super brittle. So that was the first reason. But then I noticed, I really don't, after my nails got back to normal, I really didn't want to go back to the nail salon and wait for the available person and listen to everybody's conversation and drive to the shop. It just became easier to just do my own little nails, okay? So that's what I do now. Another thing, when cleaning, If you struggle ringing the mop, and it's easier for you to buy a Swiffer because your hands hurt with the stick or by ringing the mop, whatever which way you can simplify your life, simplify your life. If your doctor is too far, try to find a doctor that's closer or whatever. Any way you can simplify your life, go ahead and do it. Your body will thank you, okay? Another tip that I have for you guys is to set realistic expectations for yourself. What do I mean by that? So I used to be the type, even after I got sick, that used to make these grandiose evening and weekend plans when I had the energy, right? The days that I had the energy, I envisioned myself keeping that same energy throughout the week until the weekend, and I made plans with my kids to take them out, let's say to Disney, go to the beach the next day, just crazy expectations that my sick self is not able to meet, okay? So by lowering the expectations for yourself, for the week, for the weekend, for an event, for whatever, you won't disappoint yourself or others when you make promises to your kids, telling them, yes, we're gonna go out for sure this weekend. I'm gonna take you to this party. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, when you may not have that type of energy. So what I've learned to do is when my daughter, my 10-year-old, typically is the one that's always like, Mommy, I wanna do this week, I wanna do that. So typically when she asks me to do something, this is how I answer her. I don't know how I'm going to be feeling this weekend, but if I'm up to it, I'll take you. So I don't make promises anymore to do things. Don't make promises that your body can't cash, okay? So that's what I've learned. That's another tip. Another tip is to communicate with your family members and your friends and your lovers and your boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, or whatever. When you're not feeling good, make sure you let them know, hey, I'm not feeling good today. I cannot walk 5 miles. I cannot run with you today. I cannot go to the gym with you today. I cannot do X, Y, and Z because I'm not feeling good. Sometimes we want to please our people and we want to do things with them, but we must let them know how we're feeling when we're not feeling good because they're not psychics, okay? And typically they remember the healthier versions of us, okay? So let's communicate with our people and let them know I can no longer stay on the phone with you forever because I need to rest, okay? I need my beauty rest and I want to watch my reality show instead of talking to you. Okay, so another tip is to surround yourself with people who are supportive and understanding, okay? Because sometimes there are people who don't understand chronic illness, they don't understand autoimmune diseases, and they'll look at you like people look at me and they're like, you look healthy to me. You know, some people believe that you may be lazy, you may be exaggerating because you look well at the moment. So they don't understand what flare-ups are until they see it sometimes, and sometimes not even then. So just try to surround yourself with people who are not going to push you to walk 5 miles when you don't even have energy to walk 1 mile. Just try to surround yourself with understanding and supportive and loving people, okay? Because that's going to affect you. If you have people who continue to push you and you can do it and you can stay on the phone with me and yes, you can walk 5 miles and yes, you got it in you, when you know that you don't have it in you, like, don't deal with those people. Send them to hell, okay? Don't deal with people who treat you in that manner, okay? So I have a couple of more which I know that I mentioned on a previous video, but I wasn't as detailed with these things in my previous video that I did in regard to autoimmune disease. So rest is major. You need to sleep. Sometimes you need to sleep more than 6 hours, 8 hours, for some of us 10 hours. You need rest. Rest and sleep are two different things, okay? So sleep, we definitely need overnight, right, to have as much energy to function the next day. But sometimes we need to just rest. Sometimes our bodies will stop us when we're in the middle of doing something. And as humans, we feel like, well, my body's telling me to stop, but I'm not really sleepy, or I'm not really that tired, because we want to keep doing these things that we were doing. Your body sometimes will just stop you so that your body can be at rest. You don't necessarily need to be sleeping sometimes. Sometimes you just need to lay your booty down somewhere and rest. Sometimes all your body's trying to tell you is, we don't have the energy at this moment to do what you're trying to do. We need rest. Our body needs rest. Sometimes you just need to be at rest. Your body needs to be doing absolutely nothing, okay? Sometimes it's not sleep, it's rest, okay? So if you're doing something in the middle of the day and you're like, okay, I'm just too exhausted, that doesn't mean you need to go to sleep, because you're gonna try to go to sleep and your body's gonna be like, we're not sleepy, we're just tired, okay? So understand that your body's not telling you to go to sleep every time that you're tired, okay? I didn't get it. I didn't get that. So a lot of times I would get right out of bed and try to move again and try to do something, until I understood that my body was telling me to rest, not sleep, okay? Food. Make sure that you're not eating a whole bunch of fried foods. Make sure that you're not eating a whole bunch of processed foods. Make sure that you're eating nutritious foods that are going to fuel your body, because you need those nutrients. And more importantly, there are people like myself who try to eat well and good nutritious foods, and sometimes even then our bodies do not absorb the nutrients. So it's important to also add vitamins into your daily intake, okay? I take iron, I take vitamin D, I take vitamin C. What other vitamins do I take? I think that's it. Iron, vitamin D, vitamin C. I feel like I'm missing B12, omega. I don't take B12 and omega every day, but I try to at least a couple of times a week, because I try not to overdo it, because I'm taking other medication for bipolar and I'm taking medication for my glands so that I can produce more saliva and sweat, okay? But make sure you take your medications as well if you are prescribed medication. I know that if you have brain fog, sometimes you can't remember if you took your meds. It's happened to me. Make sure you buy the little box, the little weekly thing where you can put your pills in, so that you know if you're taking it or not. Because I know before I got my little thing, there were many times where I wasn't sure if I took it or not, because I just couldn't remember. Sometimes, we're humans. That happens. And last, no, that's not the last one. That's not the last one. Okay, ask for help. Learn to ask for help. I know that's one of the biggest things for me, because I've always been a very independent person, and I hate to bother other people. I really hate to bother other people. So I don't like to ask for help. But I've learned to ask for help because God has humbled me. God has humbled me so much to where now I ask for help when I need it, because I am not Superwoman. I don't want to be Superwoman, and I need other people to help me sometimes, okay? Ask your children to help you do the laundry, wash dishes, take out the trash, all those things around the house, okay? Don't try to do everything. I used to be that parent. I used to make it so easy for them. Now, because of my illness, they gotta help me. They gotta help me, and your babies have to help you too, okay? So ask everyone for help. Your lovers, your family members, whomever, ask for help, okay? And last but not least, this is the last one. As I've always said in most of my videos, rid yourself of highly toxic people, or know how to keep them at a safe distance, because these people will trigger you, just like foods will trigger your body. Foods like sugar, fried foods, highly acidic foods. There's a long list of foods that can be a trigger for a person. These are just the ones that I can remember right now. Just like foods can be a trigger, people can be a trigger. The wrong, dramatic, and full of stress, those people can definitely be a trigger to your illness as well. Okay, so take care of yourself, preserve your energy so that you can do the things that you love to do. If you want to go to the beach on the weekend or whatever you want to do, preserve your energy so that you can still do the things that you love to do. It's very important. I know for me, before I learned how to take care of myself and the things that I must do in order to feel good, I struggled. I'm not gonna lie. The last few months have been very hard because I'm just trying to find my way, trying to find how to live with an autoimmune disease, just trying to stay afloat so that I can be present for the people that I love, especially my children. I can be present for myself. It's good, and it feels good to get cute. The last couple of videos that I uploaded, I couldn't even get cute because I didn't feel good. And it's very hard to put makeup on and do your hair and put a nice outfit on or do anything for that matter when you feel like crap. Okay, it's very difficult to do that, and that's why I felt like, let me talk to the people who are suffering in silence or who are struggling and don't know how to get themselves back up, how to stay afloat, and give you guys hope that I understand how hard it is to live with an autoimmune disease. Some days are very hard, and I'm gonna be honest, sometimes even if you do everything that I'm telling you here, you're still gonna have a flare-up, but it's going to be a minor flare-up. It's not going to be one of those killer flare-ups, because when you take care of your body takes care of you. Okay, so there's a difference in the type of flare-ups that you get when you're eating right, when you're exercising, when you're moving your body. Did I put exercise? I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but also exercise, move your butts. Okay, when you eat right, when you take your vitamins, when you take care of yourself in every aspect that you can possibly take care of yourself, it's going to show up. It's going to show up. So now that I cover that, I know I was vague about my move and about, how I'm feeling and all of that. So now I'm going to go into detail. So the last few months, I haven't been able to upload due to my illness. But more than that, it was also my mental. Okay, because if you don't feel well physically and you're not able to do the things that you used to do, and now you're comparing yourself to the old me, I have so much energy, I used to do this, that, and the third, it affects you. Okay, so that's what I was going through. I was mourning who I used to be, my life as a healthy woman. I was mourning that person, and I needed time to take to be a better me, a new me, because this is a new Anna. This is a new Anna that I'm still getting used to, but I'm trying to love her really hard, and I'm trying to just live at peace, and that's what I'm doing. This move has changed so much. It has changed me so much. Because again, I found the peace that I needed in this little town of mine. I know that a move changes a lot, but even if you don't have the opportunity to move, if you feel like you need to, if you're living in a crowded city with a lot of people, I know that was killing me. The traffic was killing me. The amount of people that were moving in my neighborhood. I had good neighbors, but there were other people that were moving into my neighborhood that just were changing my neighborhood. Just a lot of things in my life that I felt needed to change in order for me to be where I knew I wanted to be, which is in a very small town, very little traffic, so I don't get hit with that anxiety every time I got into those crazy streets, intersections, highways. I'm telling you, if you really focus on the things that you feel are a burden in your life and you work on changing those things, you're going to feel better. Okay? Keeping toxic people at a distance, cutting some off. If they don't get it, if they don't get with the program, okay, you either get right or you get left. That's what happens, and that's how you have to live. Prioritize yourself, your happiness, and if you're struggling right now with an autoimmune disease and you feel like poop, I'm telling you, that's not going to last forever. Okay, those flare-ups are going to go away. I know that the emotional damage, the mental damage, I think is also a very big aspect to it, and you have to work through that, and you have to find the things that work for you, like I did. Find what works for you, what makes you feel at peace, what makes you happier, what makes your body feel better, what foods make you feel better, and do that. Okay, whatever makes you feel better and at peace and just happy, go ahead and do that. Okay, so that was the end of my video. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Mwah.